Hello everyone, welcome back to the Arimas Robotics with the topic of Python language. Today we will be going to learn about the flow control. So by now you would have already understood that the program runs in a sequential manner, or the program's complication is done in a sequential manner, that is line by line. What if you want to break that way of complications? It can be according to your own advantage. That is where you use the flow control. So what is the flow control? Why I am using the continuously this topic of flow control means, let us understand in a best way. Flow control is basically alternating the sequence for your code. So how do you do that? Let's quickly start our session about the flow control and what is meant by flow control and what are the topics involved in the flow control. As you can see, one small mind map on the screen. Flow control, loops, conditional statements for, while, if, else. So basically this flow control is a topic related for the loops and conditional statements. This combination of loops and conditional statements are known as flow control. Basically this flow control is a looping system where you can execute a program or a desired output in number of times, like counting, recursion, printing the statement in an order. This all comes under the flow control topics. Let us take here the flow control are divided into two parts. One is loops and one is conditional statements. In loops we are going to learn about the for loop and while loop. But in today's class we will be going deeper into the conditional statements and if else statements, means if conditions. Okay, let's go ahead and learn what are conditional statements. Conditional statements in Python are if else statements. This is a simple if else ladder. You can name it as a ladder also. If else can be within other if else conditions called as nested conditions. Okay, first here in this mind map you are seeing that I have written 4 conditions and 4 statements. First of all, we start the program, or we start the conditional statements. We write a condition. If it is true, it goes into a statement 1 and executes as a output. If not, the condition comes as a false, it goes into the second condition and cross verify the input and the desired output what we will be getting. If it is true, it continues as a statement 2 and gives as output. If not, and checks it 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 and checks it. If it is comes true, like this, it is called as nested if else program. Before knowing this nested if else, if you are a user who are expected to enter a number and you can enter either a positive or a negative number. Let us take an example here of a positive and negative number, printing of it, and you are expecting the output to say whether the number is a positive or negative. So I basically add a condition saying that if a number is 0 or greater than 0, it is a positive number, or else it is a negative number. So this is basically condition where I am giving a condition and asking that if condition satisfies, you execute the statement, else you execute the other statement. So this is where we use the if else statements. Let me move ahead and show you our demo for this. Let me open a new file. Here in this program we will be learning simple if else statements. Let me declare a variable of a equals to 10 and b equals to 5. Here I am giving as a if condition a equals to b. Don't forget you have to keep a semicolon before the statement, then print. If the condition satisfies, you have to print they are equal. And after that, if not, you have to say it is a larger number or a smaller number. This comes under else statement. Here I am using elif. A greater than b and print it. What we have to print? A is larger than b. If this condition also doesn't satisfy, at the end of the nested if else statements you have to use else. Okay, else here I am not going to give any condition. I am directly printing b is larger than a and closing this statement. This all part comes under one part, means it is a closed path. If it doesn't enter this one, it shows you error, as I have got. Here it has taken some time to check all the conditions. First of all, it goes into the first if condition. If they are not equal, it goes back to the second condition and checks a is greater than b or not. Yes, it is greater, so it has ended that there and given as a output, as we saw in the flowchart of a conditional statements. Let me give another example of typing a 15 as b, so that it has to reach the bottom of the print statement. See, here you can see b is larger than a. So as you can see here, b has a larger number, means 15, and a has a smaller number of 10. So it has printed all way last statement, that is b is larger than a. Okay, let's have an example of nested if else statement. This is the format of the if else, as I have already declared for you, and let's run and see the what output comes. Here, as I have mentioned before, I have to enter a number so that it gets a positive, negative, or is equals to 0. So let me check. If I enter is 0 and click on enter, here the first output is entered number is 0. So let me restart. I am restarting shell and run the program. Here again it has showed that to enter a number. Let me enter a 3-digit number and it's a positive. And let's check another module example. Here I am pressing -1, 2, 3 of a same positive number into a negative number. So the entered number is a negative number. So up to here we conclude the topic of the loops, first part, which is conditional statements, and in the next video we will be learning about the loops. Basically there are two loops there, for loop and while loop. I will explain the structure and flowchart, and with a huge number of examples we will be learning this for loop with a range in with the help of the list and many more. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed and learned a new things about the conditional statements.